at? Where did we leave off? I've given these wheels a bit of a clean. The hubs, put the old school piece of leather on there to try and polish those up as we ride, front and rear. Waiting on sprocket and chain kit and wheel bearings and seals. So we'll leave those. I'll put the exhaust back on. That's a stainless Yoshi, so I've given it a bit of a clean up here. There, couldn't really do much wear. I don't know where we left off. Put the kickstand on, gave that a paint, put that on, put the radiators on. So that's basically just sitting there. We're just waiting for parts. So some have arrived, so let's have a look what they are. And that's how we'll do it. We'll just wait until parts arrive. I've got to take the rear shock in to get that rebuilt. Just waiting on a quote for that. But here's our first bag of parts. So let's have a look. Alright, I love parcels, especially with parts in them. Not sure what this one is. So I've got a few coming from all over the place, but anyway, let's have a look. What have we got? Alright, there's another one wrapped in there. Ah, okay. It's the air filter. Beautiful. Oil filter. Ah, brake pads. Beautiful. There we go. And the front set. So this must be the oil, I reckon, for the oil for the filter. So yeah, you buy this as a kit with everything, brake pads, like a mini service kit, brake pads, oil filter and oil. And they wrap it up good, which is excellent. So yes, this is going to be one of many parts bags. So like I said, we'll just keep coming back whenever the parts arrive. And I think getting that shock rebuilt is going to take at least a week. It is MPE suspension. It's all upgraded. If you want to have a look at that online, apparently they're pretty good. So MPE is actually pretty close to me. So that'll work out pretty good. Just waiting back on a quote. What do we got? Foam filter oil. Fair old lump of a tub. That'll last a while. Alright, perfect. Let's get these. I've already done the calipers, so let's get these pads on. So we'll start with the rear. And what we're going to do is get... Where are we? We get that little screw out there, and then under that is a shaft, so we'll pull him out. Have I got my tools handy? Yes, and yes. So get him out there. He's just like a little plug, and then we've got a little hex in here, which is the retainer for the pads. It's just a pin with a thread on it. This camera's shit with focusing, sorry. Anyway, that's that. So let's get the rear ones out. Nice and meaty. The other ones were absolutely had it. Everything on this bike actually it's pretty much had it, to be honest. Alright, so I guess they go like this, and then they will go in there like that. We put our pin back through this way, like that. And that's it, very straightforward. Oh, I love bikes so much more than cars, I tell you. And I'm over those cars. Too hard, too big, too messy, too dirty. So it'll be a bike channel from now on. If I can find like old banger cheapies to restore. Like I had this bike stripped down in probably half a day. Down to the frame, so they're just so much easier and a lot more fun. Alright, that's it. That's all there is to it. Brand new brake pads on the rear, and I don't know if you'll see this, but there's like a mil, if that, on these old ones. So let's get these in. And what I'm loving about this bike too is they're basically a dime a dozen, so they parts and aftermarket stuff for them is just everywhere. It's fantastic. So same deal, the little retainer, little bung. The same pin. There's that. And then they're going to go in here. Just like that. Beautiful. Oh, it's this fucking magnet shit on there. And there. Put our little bung back in. Maybe I should Loctite that, but anyway. Didn't have Loctite on it when I undid it. And that's how easy it is to change your brake pads on a DRZ. Beautiful. So, calipers are done. And that's it. Save that and those things, those three, until we get some more parts. Alright guys, last time I left you, where were we? I think we we're playing with the brakes, I'm not sure. But anyway, I want to show you this other project I've picked up. Have a look at this. Here we go. Picked this up this afternoon, paid next to nothing for it. It's been buried in a shipping container for God knows how long. It's got the compliance plate and everything on it. I think it is a Suzuki TS185. So, and it's fairly well complete. Have a look at it. Have a go at it. It can even be registered. Little two-stroke, fully complete. Even got his battery in there. So that's what I like, things that are complete. The only thing it is missing is, so it's got its headlight, gauges, good nick. Look how good nick those are. I reckon this is a 70s model anyway. Look how good they are. Good fuel tank. It's had a few patches on it, but we'll fix that. All the switches and everything's there. So even the seat's not bad. So beautiful. This is our next project, guys. I just wanted to give you a look. It is, what have we got there? Noise test information. It's even got the old sticker on the frame. Totally original old girl. Look at that. He seems to think he's got the side cover buried in that container somewhere as well. So hopefully he'll find that and give me a ring and I'll go and grab it. This bike was just down the road. Otherwise we'll look for another one. But I'm very happy with this. It is locked up, which is probably to be expected. It's been sitting for that long. But what I'll do is pop the plug and throw some two-stroke oil down there, basically fill up the barrel. And then with oil and just let it sit. I'm not touching this, not even putting a spanner on it until we've finished the DRZ. So may as well get a head start with some oil in there. Alright, I'll do that and then we'll see you when we're back on the big girl. Righto, back again, day whatever this is. I've got some more parts that arrived, so I know what this one is. That is the rear brake fluid reservoir, a metal one. The plastic ones that come on these bikes are notorious for warping and carrying on. So these are about, I don't know, up around the 50 buck mark, I think, 45 bucks, 50 bucks. So they're a nice little thing. But I did note, it said on the listing that we've got to use the gasket out of the old one. So I kept that. I'm glad I read that because that thing's long gone in the bin now. So we'll put him in. So we'll just have a look, see what we've got in here. So yeah, it's quite a nice little unit, much better than those plastic ones. They warp and bow and carry on. Yep, they're right. No gaskets. So see if he, oh yep, he fits straight on, so perfect. So we'll sit him on here and we'll go fit him up. Alright, let's go see if he fits. Alright, wiring. And he'll go on here. Yep, perfect. It's what we like when things actually fit. Alright, we've got another part that has arrived. Let's have a look. I don't think it's the bits we want that are holding up the show, but anyway. What do we got? Oh, looks like a little magazine in there. What do we got? The catalogue. And a sticker from the MX store. Nice. Oh yeah, there we go. Pull out your credit card and have at it. Well, that's handy. I have to have a good look through that. Beautiful. But, what's our gift? And another sticker. Hello. It is our chain guard. So, yeah, nothing flash. But anyway, we'll whack this one on. The other one was all worn out through here. So, we'll throw this one on and keep waiting for parts. Okay, we got some more parcels arrived today. It's what we like to see. So, yeah, let's see what we got. I got a message today saying one's been delayed, so they're the fork seals, so gonna have to wait for that. What do we got? Bearing kit. front and rear bearings and seals. There we go. Hopefully they will fit. We shall see. These were actually off S or SM model, and mine's an E model. So I cross-referenced the part numbers and they were the same. So anyway, we'll see. But these were like way cheaper than the E model ones. So I don't know. We'll check. Righto, that's wheel bearings. What do we got in this big bertha? I got pretty confident I know what's in here. I'm guessing chain and sprocket kit. What is this shit? There we have it. Alright, so we've got our chain and sprocket kit. Now, that chain is supposed to be gold. So we're going to have to check that, because I was very adamant that I wanted gold, a gold chain. So we better double check that. But there's our lovely sprockets, they're all good. And our chain, let's have a squeeze. It's not looking good. No, of course it's not fucking gold. Jesus Christ. Alright, email them back. I made it very clear in emails. Is this chain gold? It was advertised as gold. And it's not. Fucking pisses me off, this shit. When you double check, and it's still wrong. Anyway. I'll sort it out. Rightio, new sprockets on and new bearings and seals in here, and front all done. New bearings and seals, lovely, all good. I can't put any of those on because I'm still waiting on the fork seals. I did pick up some oil from Repco. They had a good deal on Bathurst Day, so I picked up some fork oil and some more engine oil. What else is going on? Oh yep, the new front sprocket is on there, and old mate is, I phoned old mate about the chain not being gold, and he said it's all good, he's going to take care of it. So he's going to send me a already paid up parcel to send this back to him. He's going to send me the gold chain. So good man, excellent guys. I'd tell you who they were if I remembered, but I've been buying that many parts, I forgot how I got it off. Someone down south anyway. Alright, that's it. That's the update. Oh, and this thing? No, I'm leaving this thing. Alrighty, another parcel. And this is one of the last ones, I think. So, I have a feeling I know what it is. Fork seals. Even though the forks on this bike aren't leaking, I was always going to change out the oil, but I guess probably doubles the job. But we might replace these. I don't have a fork seal driver, but I've seen how they can do it. So, alright, let's start with the forks. We'll do one at a time. At least these are half easy to get out. And you know what I've found? The beauty of this bike, oh, anything Japanese really, is you need an 8, a 10, a 12 and a 14 mil socket or spanner, and you can basically strip the whole bike. And a shifter. Anyway, hopefully this thing won't fall off his stand, but we'll see how we go. Oh, look at that. Nice. Out she comes. Oh, actually, alright. I just remembered. I've watched a ton of videos on how to do this, so I think I'll remember. But yeah, I'll tighten those up, and I've got to crack this nut before we get the fork out. Nearly forgot about that. Oh, and that's the other thing I've got to do as well. Shit, I'm forgetting me stuff here. Is check to see how many clicks the adjuster is. So we'll do that. Righto, so I stripped that fork, replaced the seals, put it all back together, but there is a problem. On our adjustment screw here, all the way clockwise to set it to hard, it's supposed to bottom out, but it's not. It just keeps spinning. So I've got to take this cap off and have a look at what's going on there. Right, I've worked it out, guys. Pretty simple fix. This nut screws down onto this shaft, and then that top cap screws down onto there. So if you look at this nut, can you see it in there? There's that recess. This fucking thing will focus and get in the light. See, there's a recess in there. I had the nut on that way, upside down. So I need to turn it that way so that nut can screw down lower, and then that cap can then screw down further, and then that should work. Righto, put that back together. Let's see if this thing will bottom out. They take a few clicks. Ah, there it is. Just bottomed out there. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, let's do the other one. Okay, I've just stripped down the second fork leg, and we have a problem. So someone's been into these. There's our inner tube here, or one of them. This little one goes inside that one. Slides in there. But before that, in here, there's a little needle and a spring that goes down there for your rebound adjustment. So that's missing. So they've obviously emptied this out, drained the oil, tipped it upside down, and that's been lost. It's quite a common thing apparently. So anyway, we are on hold with the forks. So this is just one big hold up at the moment. So I've ordered all these things plus a few other things I need. So we'll just wait for that. Righto, so the shockey's all done, full refurb, new bump stop and new everything in there, and set to my fat ass at about 105 kilos, so all good there, but we do have another problem. So anyway, I always like to look at service manuals. I always buy them. If anytime I get something that, you know, I'm not familiar with, I always get the service manual. First thing I do. So you know what goes where, schematics and so forth. Anyway, not for pulling it apart, but for putting it back together. So I was looking at this, the spring in here, looked at the drawing, and there's meant to be two washers that go in this part here where the shock bolts on. They're missing, so yeah, young bloke, I got it off, no doubt, bloody, like we've seen with the front forks, got into them and lost parts. Same with this, probably pulled all this apart out in the dirt, washers fell out, never to be seen again. So anyway, I've ordered them, we're waiting on those, and plus some other things. But yeah, young blokes are like that, you know, don't think about putting it back together, just strip it down. But as much as a pain in the ass it is, I can't hold it against him, because we're all guilty of that. Well, I am anyway. So, right, we'll be back shortly. Alrighty guys, another package. So the last bit, I think we're pretty much stonewalled with the bike because waiting on parts, which I've ordered. I've ordered the bits for the washers for the rear shock, the needle and spring for the front shock, and a few little other bits and pieces that were missing. I just went straight through Suzuki and ordered them all. So we're just waiting on those. But here's another gem that's just arrived. So I mentioned this in one part of the video, that I was going to keep looking for one of these, and I found one, and let's see what it looks like. Can you guess? It's not a helmet. Alright, where are we? Here we go. Packed pretty good too. Know what it is? Side plastics for the fuel tank, and fuel tank, and a high-vis shirt. Old mate's name on it. How good's that? Oh, he's a good bloke, this guy, I tell you. Good bloke. So have a look at that. Nice tank. Let's put it next to the old one. Still got his stickers. Oh, so not a lot of difference. I think I did okay to clean this one up, but he was $50 delivered. 50 bucks delivered. So why wouldn't you get that? Plus the spare plastics as well. So yeah, nice, happy. So that's it, guys. We're still waiting for the other parts, but this weekend I'm going to continue to try and get this running. So stay tuned. This will all be incorporated into a separate video for this whole bike, but just to let you know, I'm going to try and get this running. So that's it for now.